time you will hear. The last time you will hear.
Okay. We shall see if this works now. Hopefully this works because I was having mass chaos. Okay, I think we are live, so that's that. Boom! Greetings, welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Awesome intro. Barrett, as always, is on fire. If things are not going well, please let me know. I had a weird message from the streaming platform saying things were out of control, and it looks like things are in control now. Many people here tonight. Thank you all for joining. This is going to be super, super cool. Lance is here. Thank you, Lance, for joining. This is going to be awesome. And again, my chat thing is not working. Let's see if I can get that working. That's always my favorite. I think I can. There we go. Boom! Lance is here. Ta-da! Thank you, Lance, for joining. Morgan Knight, awesome to see you. If I can make everything appear on the screen. There we go. Look at that. Tim is here. Thank you, Tim. Good to see you. Reading the rulebook for Tale of From the Red Dragon Inn. Oh my goodness. I actually have that on my it's out there. It's out there. I'm getting ready to learn it myself. Actually, I just did a recording of Kinfire. Kinfire came a couple days before Gen Con. So did this masterpiece of a game called Kingdom Death Monster, the Gambler's Chest. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be awesome. Broccoli Docklins, good to see you. Good to see you, Broccoli. Oh, see if I can get your... There we go. I got it up. That's amazing. I got to work on that. Anyway, good. Morganite says I think we're good. I love it. If Morganite thinks we're good, then I think we're good. That's fantastic. So our goal, let's see if I can do this. Let's see here. Let's see if I can be super sneaky tricky. That's gonna be my goal here because I'm all that. Our goal is to create. Let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna hit my computer button. This. Hopefully you're seeing a picture of the Crimson Crocodile on the screen. Hey, waiting for this expansion. Oh, I hope you get it soon, Elaine. Please get it soon. This thing's gonna be awesome. So I've clipped the build of 22 of 32 minis for Forbidden Fortress. Been busy last few days. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So our goal is to make this. Let's see if we can do this again. I'm going to go to there. Okay, I hope that worked. We shall see. I think it did. Yes, it did. Awesome. Forbidden Fortress, amazing. Love it. So hopefully you saw a picture of the Crimson Crocodile because we're going to be going back there a lot. Normally I don't have this camera in shot, but I needed to get it to a point where I can get all of this in the shot. So we're going to go down there, and here is everything. We're going to need clippers, some glue, and then here is my set of files. I have a whole big set of files that I think I picked up on Amazon or something. That's in them. And then I got an X-Acto blade in case something goes absolutely terribly wrong, but I usually don't need to use that. That's the deal. Forbidden Fortress has some nice minis. This is pure truth. Lance speaks pure truth on that. Also, of course, my water cups in here too. Now, this is a 2 sprue dealie. For those of you who have never put together Kingdom Death Monster miniatures, they don't label the sprue at all, other than the fact that it actually says on it Crimson Crocodile right up here, and I think over here it says Adam Poots Games. So normally, when I used to build minis a long time ago, they would actually have them numbered, like this is number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3, and so on and so forth. So you have to kind of figure it out on your own in a way, but they have given you a place to do it, which is called kingdomdeathbuild.com. So I'm going to start building this thing. We're going to see how it goes. That's going to be the plan. We're going to check out like I said, I've got my little magic computer button here that hopefully works. That'll show us step-by-step how to build the Magic Crocodile. So here, if you hopefully are seeing the Magic Crocodile right there, we are going to actually go up because that's what it looks like when it's all built, which is not even close to where we are. We are way up here. Up here is where we are. There we go. Keep going. I think we're even higher than that. Oh, no, that's just pictures of it. Magic. Okay. So there's all the pieces of the sprue, which is lots of stuff. And then we are going to go down to the first one. So I got to find these 2 pieces and put them together. That'll be our first magic thing we have to do. So let's do that. What that means is I found the two pieces. There's these two big pieces. I can't go anywhere. You can't miss it by too much. The Hero Minis have been the worst to put together so far. I've noticed the Hero Minis in any of the Shadow of Brimstone are usually the toughest because they try to be the most detailed, and they also try to make it look like they're doing a lot of things. Sorry, they look great when they're done. I didn't mean they were easy to put together. Very true, Lance. Very true. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to start clipping these off, and I use this one. Now I have another clippers I have as well. This is a more heavy-duty one in case I really need to get something off the sprue. But most of the time, these work pretty good. Now, one trick I have is I don't just go in there and clip it. This is a little trick. Ready? So I got a trick. It's right before I'm about to clip it, I kind of let go of the sprue, and sometimes it falls into where the natural clip would be. In the case of the Crimson Crocodile, most of this, like Kingdom Death does, they do a great job of putting things in a great spot where things aren't going to see it. So I'm clipping them, and as I'm clipping them, right before I clip it, I let go, because at least sometimes it'll fall into a better clipped way than the way I'm looking at it. Another thing you want to make sure you're not going to do is clip off something you might need to help assemble, like for example this up here. I know it's really thick, but you need to accidentally clip that off. Now where was I? All right, we're over here on the hands. I'm going to clip these hands off. I'm going to kind of get in there, get it right where I want, let it fall a little bit, and clip. Perfect. All right, one more. Right here, I'm going to clip it from this direction because that's just how it goes. Well, I think that's all. No, one more. I forgot this one up here. Now once we get these all clipped, then we're going to have to file them down a little bit. That one is a little tough to clip, but I still got it. Okay. Now, as you can see, there is some here that needs to get taken care of. And a lot of times I can just take my clipper and push really hard on the miniature, and I can kind of slide it in, and it gets some of that extra stuff off, so it's not as bad. That's the deal. Fair and yes, they all look pretty neat. This is true. Is that HIPS plastic? Looks tougher than what I thought you'd be. What I've been working with. That's a great question. I actually don't know what they use for their miniatures. I know it's not resin. I do know that. They do, I think they had some resin pinups and stuff, but this is not resin, so you can clip it and file it. So I'm just going to take one of my files here and just file down until I feel nothing on this particular part here, and I'm all set to move on to the next one. Now, I sadly don't want to file too much, and the other thing you have to remember is where you clip the things. That's the other part that can be kind of tough, is remembering where you clip things. I kind of run my hand along until I feel something a little bit kind of raised up. I know we clipped one of these fingers somewhere. I think it might have been this one right here. I'm just going to get a little bit of a thing here. Over here, I know we clipped right here. But like I said, Kingdom Death does a really good job of where you do the clips. First off, not only are they going to be a great place to do it, but they also hide them pretty well. So like as you can see, this is going to be the bottom of the base here. So a lot of times this is going to be right where the thing glues to the base, so you're not to be super perfect. It would be nice to have it nice and flat though, especially if you're going to try to glue it to a base. So moving along here, I see a little bit right here I'm going to do from one of the clips. There we go. This just is what I do. Now, do you have to do this? No. Does it make it look a little better? You know, yes, it does. One more little part right there. I don't know if that's ever going to be seen now. I think we got all the parts we clipped off, and if we didn't, you're in a place that doesn't look like it's going to show, which is half the battle. Here, I think we're pretty good. There, or it could just be part of his skin. We're going to keep it. We're good. We'll go on to the next one. That's the deal. Are you going to paint them too, Lance? That is a great question. Great question. Are you going to be playing through this? Are you going to be playing through this in stream soon? Would love to watch. I am planning to play through this game for sure, 100%. Most likely it's going to be recorded videos, but in between those videos, I'm going to ask for help from the community to be able to figure out kind of how we wish to proceed, like what kind of upgrades we should do, things of that nature. I think it'd be pretty sweet to have everybody in here being able to help. I think it'd be really good. Board game officer, hey, building a model as well. However, mine is a wooden model of a tank. That's awesome. I hope your tank turns out well. Thomas Clark, how are you? It's been a long time since I have seen you. Great to have you on stream. Awesome to see you, Thomas Clark. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. I've already painted F Forbidden Fortress. Yes, I've painted a lot. I've painted quite a bit of it. I actually have some of it around here, but I painted the core box and some extra stuff. Not a ton of extra stuff, but a little bit. Good to see you, Thomas. It's been a while. All right. Let's get our second piece of the Crimson Crocodile off of this sprue. Let's go down and clip him off here. That's the way we do it here. Boom, right there. Get this one right here. This one's gonna be easy because right on. There we go. This one. And like I said, right before I clip it, I kind of let go for just a second to see if there's a better angle for me to clip these. Go, and last one is going to be this one right here. We get it from this side. That's also part of the deal, is trying to figure out what side you want to unclip it from. There we go. Boom. All right. So we got two pieces here. I'm going to put these to the side. We're going to get back to those in a second. We got to first sand these down so that we can get rid of all those little sprue parts. Spent way too long on each hero's. Good times though. Very true. Very true. Hope you had a great time at Gen Con. Wise Poet, I had a fantastic time at Gen Con. Met a lot of fun people. We played a lot of fantastic fun games. It was really good. I even got to try that dungeon thing that they have there. I forget what it's called. But I got to try the dungeon game. Oh my gosh. It's kind of like that escape room dungeon thing they have there, which was really, really fun. I had a good time. I did that with Jerry and Peter from the One Stop Co-op Shop streamed channel. We did that one together. They're fun guys. It was really neat to see all the guys from the One Stop Co-op Shop. I also got to hang out with Rob from Rob's Gaming Table for just a little while. Then he was working on some live stuff about the Disney game that was there. I also got to hang out with Derek from Kanji Studios, which is awesome. I finally got to meet him. I'll tell you one thing about Derek. He's a lot taller than he looks. In person, he's a lot taller than he is. Warn you. I thought I was going to meet somebody about my height. No, he's over 6 feet tall. So he was a tall guy. I did not expect that when I met him. I was like, he stood up, was like, "Oh, Baron, it's so good to see you." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you are a lot taller than I thought." Good way to meet somebody for the first time. Tell them they're tall. That was good stuff. I hear about the time I'm painting the Valhalla minis now. Yeah, you hear about the time to start painting. I have a lot of Valhalla minis built. I haven't had a chance to painting any yet. Waiting for the Gates of Valhalla now. Yes, yes. I have it. I am going to get it to stream that, or going to get it to the channel. That is for sure. There's so many cool games that came out just recently. Like, well, this Kingdom Death Monster game came out. So did Kinfire. So did the Gates of Valhalla. I mean, this all came, and then there's Gen Con stuff that came too. I picked up a lot of great games for my family to play with me. We picked up, as you saw, I just posted Forbidden Jungle. We picked that up. That was an awesome, fun game. That's my favorite Forbidden series right now. Super fun. See here. I'm gonna make sure we get all these filed off. I also picked up a game called Sleepy Queens 2. I don't know if anybody's played the game Sleepy Queens, but it's a family fun little game. That's the deal. Oh my gosh, Matthew's here. Matthew, I hope things are going well for you. I hope things are well. Good to see you. Good to see you, Matthew. Good to see you. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Hi, B. Hi, Matthew. Good to see you. Let's see here. I have to. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 10 seconds, and I'll be back in a second. I should have a be right back button. That would be the right button to use, but I do not have that button, which would be a smart time. Were these from Gen Con or buys from elsewhere? The share stream. These were from the Gamblers. If the miniature I'm working on tonight is from the Gamblers chest, if that's the question. Not out of the woods yet, but flood recovery continues. Mold is some stubborn stuff. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe the terribleness. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yes, chair stream. So I did go to Gen Con and I stopped by a booth. I hope I did well. You'll have to tell me if I did the right thing here. Did I do well? Did I find the miniature of all miniatures, the greatest miniature of all time? I hope I did. This is Alexia, Queen of the Damned. I went to Privateer Press and bought this miniature. And we're going to prime this and we're going to paint this one. That's the plan. Flooding sucks, Matthew. I feel your pain. Yes, yes, no good. No good. No good. But I picked this up, Privateer Press. There's a miniature inside here. I haven't opened yet. I'm waiting to. And this is another miniature that I'm planning to do here pretty soon. For those of you that don't know, this is a miniature that Matthew himself helped design and create. So I'm pretty excited that I found it. So this is super cool. So Matthew, I got your miniature. I finally found it. I said I'd find it, and I got it. Took me a while, but I finally found it. Woo! So we're gonna get to this miniature at some point. But today is Kingdom Death Monster Day. We're gonna put these all together. It's gonna be awesome. She does look cool. I'm excited to use her. I'm planning to use her in some of my Dungeon Dragon stuff. Jason, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Glad to have you here. We are doing some Kingdom Death. Make the people here. I'm so excited to see that one painted. It's my favorite one. It's my favorite one. I concentrated or what does it say? Concerted. Oh, concerted so far. Thanks, Barrett. That's awesome. Yes, I'm excited to do that one. Excited to do that one. That'll be good. Jason, we're working on this right now. Michael, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Michael is here. Michael's here. Hi, all. He says, I say hi to Michael. We're creating Kingdom Death Monster. Here's our first part. We are going to glue these two pieces together. Kingdom Death Monster does glue really well together, and they like to hide a lot of their mold lines, but no matter how hard you try, it's really hard to hide mold lines. That's the deal. Concepted. There we go. See if I can say the right words. I can't see. The type of glue I use is Locket. I use Loctite glue, either the gel control stuff or I've got the other stuff too, somewhere here. Here it is. Here it is. The super glue. I haven't opened this one yet. I usually only use one glue at a time. But I also got the super glue as well. I figure if it works on whatever the heck that guy's holding, it should probably work on my miniatures. That's the plan. So that's the deal there. So again, we're just going to take it. Now this stuff's kind of cool because you kind of press on the two parts and it kind of goes together. If anybody hasn't used this before, kind of neat. And then it kind of gives you, a lot of it came out. That was good stuff. And it's a gel, so I kind of like the fact that it's a gel. So just a little bit needs to come out and it goes onto the things. I can kind of spread it around. I might just spread it around a little bit, there a little bit. And don't get it on your skin or it'll stick together. That's my favorite. No matter how hard you try, you will stick together. That should be enough. And then it has some little holes that they kind of all stick together into. This one, and this is a rather big model, as opposed to some of those smaller ones that some of our friends today are working on, namely the Forbidden Fortress Ministry. Those are super. So we're just going to hold that for a second. And while that does that, I am going to get my second piece out. And now the interesting thing is they do a pretty good job on their stream showing what you need. This is where I was going to sit on the base eventually. What you need if you go to the, let's see if I can do this the right way. Let's see how I do. Everybody hold your breath. All right, I'm going to hit the button. Computer on. I hope that worked because I can't actually see anything right now. But the next thing we need is this piece right here, and it doesn't give you a good image of it in this, but if we go up to the top where it shows all the pieces, you have to try to figure out which one it is. It's actually this one, which is awfully odd because it doesn't look anything like that one. And this is a cool thing. Are you playing Kingdom Death with a group? Jason, I wish I was playing Kingdom Death with a group, but sadly I am not. Colin does not like this game, so we're not going to be playing this game. That's the plan on that one. See if I can do it. I've debated ordering Kingdom Death. It looks so cool. It does. It is really cool. It is really cool. But I mean, it is also. If I can get this right. There you go. But it is also a little expensive. So no, I'm not playing Kingdom Death in a group. Just like I did last time on my stream, I'll probably play it myself. It'll be awesome because that's awesome. So again, we're going to clip these off the sprue here, and we're going to get right to town, just like that. This one off right here. Boom. Last one. Yeah, must be there. And right before I clip it, I let go just so I drop it on the ground. That's awesome. When you assemble miniatures, you're going to drop more on the ground than you're ever going to believe. Oh, there's my nose. Okay. Now I want to file off the parts that we clipped. Here's one right here. Not only does it make it look better that you file those off, but sometimes they might interrupt a connection point. You don't file them off there. There's so many tiny finger pieces on this model. Good Lord, yes. The best part is just wait till you see that when I have to actually start clipping off the actual fingers. They actually have an entire sprue of just fingers, just single fingers. Are you kidding me? So yeah, just wait till the fun begins here. This will be a party pretty soon, I tell you. The price is what deterred me from Kingdom Death. The price is always what deters people because it is really expensive for a game. And I mean, that's not the gambler's chest, but the original Kingdom Death, I got lucky. I actually went in on the very first Kickstarter. I took a chance. It was 150 for the first Kingdom Death miniature or Kingdom Death game. And I got most of those expansions for like $20 each because that's what it was at the time. Because of course he didn't really have. That was his plan, I guess. And of course, we all know what happened to Kingdom Death. It grew and grew and grew, and it never really ended, and it just kept going and going, right? I feel like the game is expensive these days. It is, yes. It is expensive, Matthew. Barrett doesn't need a group. Barrett doesn't need a group. He has enough energy, and his luck swings so widely from great to terrible. He's basically a four-person group all in one. On his own. This is true. Dan, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Dan is here. I pop in and Barrett drops stuff on the ground. All is right in the world. That is right. It must have been fate that is what happened. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yep, I managed to drop it all on the ground. That was super good. I feel like most games wind up costing me $300 to $400 by the time I do the crowdfunding or expansions. The hobby got pricey. This is true. This is true. Very true. Yeah, snafu. We should start a group over the winter. Winter, I can bring snacks. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, Jason. We should do that. We should meet up at a game store or something, or come over here. We'll do that. It'd be awesome. Barrett carries Colin anyway. This is true. I do carry Colin. He usually fails at many, many things. This is true. So, and he can't roll very well. Apparently live. He's like the best roller, worst roller live. You should see him like not live. He actually rolls like unbelievably well. It's just bonkers amazing. We played Nemesis at Gen Con as a group, and he would run from he would apparently never have to worry about nailing. He was running all over the place, and he'd roll for noise, be put exactly in the right spot that needed to be put as he's running down the thing. It was out of control. It was absolutely amazing. All right, I got this thing done. Now this is going to glue in. Now this is a really cool piece because as this glues in, I figure out which direction, it glues in like this. Okay, it's going to glue in like this. So you can see the faces that are going to be underneath this. Now, if I was like a master painter, one thing you could do is you could prime this piece on its own and then paint it with like something absolutely amazing that can be seen through these fingers. Because now, of course, some other fingers are going to come over the top here. So it's kind of cool that that can happen. But I'm not cool like that. We're not going to do anything like that. We're just going to glue this thing just like this. That's the deal, just like this. Put some glue right on there and call it a day. And hopefully now I have to remember which way to put it in. Hopefully I put it in the right way. I think it's going to be this way. Yes, I win. Again, this kind of glue you don't have to take very long. It's a really easily set glue. I mean, it's already done. And I can pretty much start doing the next thing. Pretty good. It's Loctite super glue. That's the deal. Nemesis can be brutal. True, it can be very brutal. So, well, hey, you're a master painter. You painted plaid. This is. Oh, that's true. I did paint plaid. That was awesome. I can't believe I did that. We did it. We did it well. I think I did a pretty good job on plaid. That was pretty good. All right, we got to figure out the next step on this thing. Oh, I know what the next step is. I think if I remember it just by looking at the picture. It was this giant piece on the bottom here now. This one now. Truth, Lance says. Truth. Truth. But yes, we played a game of Nemesis with a big group. We had 5 people actually. We're co-op. We're trying to help each other out. And you know, Nemesis is built to be a semi-co-op game, but honestly, when you play co-op, it still becomes a semi-co-op game as you do it. So again, I'm just kind of getting it right before I pluck them off. Notice I take my hand away, and that's because maybe this might sink to a different position that might help cut it a little bit better than what I'm actually doing. Last one's going to be right here. There. All right. And these cut really well off of the sprues. I'm really impressed by it. Actually cut really well off these. Very little to clean up on. Really nice. Maybe that's because that's where they put the stuff. See, I mean, even it's barely even noticeable. You can barely notice that there's anything there. Then you just sand it a little bit until, and even if it means you're sanding a little bit of the miniature, not just that thing, that's not a bad idea. Still not going to matter. Now, I really dread where this is where one of those fingers is going to go eventually. And I think a couple of fingers go here as well. So this is going to be something else. Get this going. And then my goal is to hopefully get another session this week to paint this up. That's my goal. We'll see if it actually happens. No promises. We'll see what we can do. But this now is going to go right here. That's where this is going to go. It's going to go right there. And like I said, you could paint all these faces up so you can barely see through some of these fingers. You'd be able to see those faces in this miniature, which is pretty sweet. You can kind of see where those faces are. You would be able to see them just barely peeking through there. So that's the deal. All right, I got to call it a day, so I'll have a good night. Talk to you soon. Please do. Send me an email or something. It would be awesome. I like better Nemesis as a co-op. Yes, I do too. Co-op is fine. The game is hard enough as it is. I totally agree, Morganite, 100%. I'm not big on backstabbing as a game design. No, I am also not big as a backstabbing game design, which is why whenever we do play co-op. But it was really fun to tell Colin, I need you to bring the egg down to the laboratory to the very bottom of the base. And then we have to run all the way out of the base. And I need that egg because I need to put it into the laboratory so I can get 8 knowledge. And then I've completed my objective. So he came running all the way down to help me. And right about a move before he was about to get me, one of our players got a larva stuck in him. And I go, oh, you know what? I don't have to worry about it anymore because I've got what I need. I can, as long as somebody leaves with a larva on them, then I'm good to go. So it was kind of funny that I made him come all the way down there. I made him come all the way down, and then he didn't even need it. There, I forgot to turn my chroma key off as usual. Right, there we go. So it was pretty funny. I made him come all the way down. And he didn't even need to be there. Now, before we do glue that, I want to make sure that we are putting it in the right space. So let's go back to our thing here and check it out. We're going to go down a little bit, and yeah, it's going to be the next piece. Good. After that, we're going to work on the tail. We're going to get the 2 tail pieces next. That's going to be, let's see if I can do this right. I go down to the table. There we go. Jason, it was good to see you if you're still here. Have a great night. Long night. Minnesota's nights are long. All right, there's a lot of different attach points. Sometimes you don't have a lot of attach points on these, and you got to get lucky to get them attached. Like some of those miniatures that they're working on right now in Forbidden Fortress. It's very small attach points. Big miniatures kind of nice. Actually, I've got a model over just off to the left here. We'll grab it in just a second. It's actually a Forbidden Fortress model. There we go. Just like that. Put them all like that. Boom. There we go. Oh, yeah. This is true, Dan. This is exactly what happened. It's a smart. That's exactly what happened. Let's see if I can get it all up there. Oh, my chat is out of control. All I remember is Barrett laying down 6 cards and stealing the rover and abandoning everyone. Gutsy move, like if I've ever seen one. That is exactly what I did. I did do that. Well, the problem is I had 2 contamination cards in my hand. I was going to make the EV suit and walk out. But I know if I didn't get out that turn, Nick was going to get out. He was going to take my rover, and I had to wait for the rover to come back, and that wasn't going to go. No, I can't do that. I got to get out of there. Boom! And I took off, and Nick looked at me like I was the worst person on the planet. But that's okay. Okay. I got out. That's fine. All right, we got some of it done here. Here, I'll show you the miniature here. This is this one right over here. This one's from Forbidden Fortress. This is one of the Forbidden Fortress miniatures I built. It's a cool spider lady. It goes on this base like this with this like thingy like that, and it like stands on it. I don't know. I haven't gotten it fixed yet. It's over there. It's in my pile of what is it? What does Liquider call that? He calls it his pile of opportunity, which I got to hang out with. I got to hang out with Liquider Gaming, which was really sweet. He's a cool guy. I had a lot of fun hanging out with him. Had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody. I got to hang. Dan was there, as you heard from the comments. Dan was there. Dan was awesome. It was awesome to hang out with Dan. It's awesome to see all the people there. There's so many cool people there at the place. I got to walk the halls, the entire Gen Con hall with Colin. We went up and down every row, looked at all the games. Like I said, I bought more games for my family than I did for myself. That was Dropped something on the ground, no big deal. Clip that right there, and my last clip is right here. And again, I was going to clip it like this, but then right before I clipped, I let go, and it actually fell into a better spot. That's better to clip, which is kind of cool. There we go. There we go. I got the tail off. There we go. Tail's ready to go. I don't have her. She looks really cool. Yeah, she was part. I got like that big sumo pledge or whatever that had like a whole ton of these miniatures in it or something. I don't think it's in the core box. Then Colin says, "Does that mean I can save the civilians from the monster now?" And Barrett says, "Wrong game, bud. We're playing Nemesis." That's right. That's right, Thomas. 100%. My Forbidden Fortress wish list is crazy. I know that's the problem. The Forbidden Fortress miniatures are super cool. I like the new stuff from uh, the uh, the Valhalla stuff. I've got some of that stuff here. But, I mean, here's another miniature that I believe was from the Forbidden Fortress stuff. This might have been from Valhalla, but I think it was from Forbidden Fortress. Was this one right here, this big giant worm dude. He was from that. Might be from Valhalla, I can't remember. Um, but I've just been assembling so many miniatures lately, it's out of control. Whenever we watch shows together with my family, I've been really building them. This one, this is from the Aztec one, was this crocodile. So I've been getting a lot of crocodiles lately from different games. Been rather crocodile-y type games, which is ironic because my wife got eaten by a crocodile in one of our Dungeons and Dragons sessions. Works out pretty good. So again, we're just going to kind of piece that, and even though it's a different color, it's not going to matter when it's primed. So I'm just rubbing my finger across it to make sure I'm not catching anything, because if I'm catching something, I want to get that off there. When I go over it with paint, it'll actually feel it. Now this one right here, it's sticking up a little bit too far on there. I'm actually going to clip that. There you go. And then I'll sand it down. There we go. Just like that. Boom. And let's see. Last one right here. And there's only, I think, 3 points of it that was attached to. Go. That's done. Now let's put this one together. Okay. Same thing. I've got a piece sticking up here. We're going to just clip that. Just like that. Now this one's on a if you probably can't tell, it's on it's on a curve. It's kind of going like that. So I've got a round file. I just kind of dig into it and kind of go over a little bit with the round file that way, because I know my flat file is not going to get it. There we go. I'll put the round file down, just like that. And if you are interested in seeing my wife get eaten by a crocodile, you can go over to Derek's channel, Kanji Studios. We do a live D&D session every Sunday. If you want to check out my wife getting eaten by crocodiles, that's where to go. I was going to say, crocodiles won't be welcome at your place for a while. Oh, very true, very true. It's kind of funny when she saw that I was going to build this night. She's like, "Really? You're really going to build that?" I was like, "Yep." She's like, and she kind of sighed. Said, "Okay." And then this thing's just going to connect, and it actually connects in pretty good. That's pretty okay. Like there we go. Yeah, I'm super late to Shadows of Brimstone, so playing catch up. Mostly interested in Forbidden Fortress and the Viking theme. Yes, I'm also interested in the Egyptian theme that they just did a Kickstarter for. I'm excited for that one as well. The only issue with that is in order to get like all the cool miniatures, I had to get the train thing that went with, I think, more of the we call it the uh, um, what am I trying to say? Wild West. Oh boy, my gosh, Wild Wild West, starring Will Smith. Goes the Wild West theme, and I'm not really into the Wild West theme. I'm just going to put some glue on this too, even though we haven't glued that part yet, because I know once I stick this to this, that's going to be the next step, and I almost might just go straight to it here, if I can get it to go. That. I'll glue like that. Now there's a little part on the back here, and the reason it does that is because that's where the tail's going to go, the like little thing. Now, of course, you're gluing things and you got super glue on your hands, you got to rub it back and forth in your hand as you're doing this, or else your hand's going to start sticking the model as well, and that never ends well, because then you have to go to bed with the model attached to your hand. Okay, you don't. I lied. It would be kind of funny if you did. There you go, get all the glue in there and attach this thing right like that. Now, one thing you can do is you could, if you wanted to, punch everything out first, take it all apart, and then get every piece ready to go so that when you're ready to glue them, you can. The only problem with that is sometimes then while you're getting this part to set, at least this is how I do it. I like having it, the ability to get that part set while you're getting the next part ready to go. That's kind of why I do it this way. Yeah, I'm sitting on a pledge. I'm sitting on a $25 pledge because I needed more time to think about it, and actually getting Forbidden Fortress to the table to uh, see if I actually like the game. That's a very good plan. That's the deal. It's fine, Baron. It's called a crocodile, but it's mostly hands, so it doesn't count against your crocodile quota for the month. True, it is mostly hands. I'm look at all these hands on this guy, all these fingers and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's the beauty of Kingdom Death. It's even though it's a crocodile, it's kind of not. All right, the tail's just this one piece. It's just this one piece right here. So we're gonna clip this out, and we're gonna have to shave it down a little bit. We're gonna get this crocodile done tonight. That's good. Put these all out like this. Oh, come on. It's hard to get your clipper in there. Got it. Last one over here. Boom. Clipped it out. Now after it's clipped, I'm going to go through and try to sand off where those clips are. One's right here. Again, even if I get some of the feather or whatever, it's not going to be the end of the world. Up here. It makes a squeaky, squeaky noise. Now I know I've got one down here. This one, a little curved area. So where's the curved file? Just there's one right here. Yeah, got to get that. And the thin plastic is going to make more of a noise as I go across it. There we go. I want to flip it over on the other side and just make sure I get away any parts that I made. Okay. Now, the thing about this part is it's got to fit in here, and it doesn't have a very good attachment point. You have to be careful with this one. So I'm going to put it in there and attach it. Now, another thing you're seeing is the mold, not the mold lines, but these attached points. And you can get rid of them with something like green stuff or something of that nature if you really wanted to. I don't, because I'm not that big into like it's just another step. And you know, I just want to get this thing to the table. I want to play the game and make it look decent. I'm not looking to make this perfect, but you can go through with something like green stuff or like some kind of other type of putty or proxy type epoxy, and just kind of fill in where these mold lines are. Now the good thing is the mold or the attached lines here aren't going to be that big of a deal because that's kind of how the monster is, right? But the one down here in the tail where it kind of came together, this is something you're going to want to try to hide if you wanted to. But again, I don't care. I don't care. Attach this thing. Call it a day. There you go. Attach this and see how I do. Right down there. Oh, oops, there you go. Now it's going to stick at the end. Letting it where it's squeeze it in for a few seconds. Hold in place. Go. It's kind of wow. It's right up against it. Right up against it. And maybe because some of these are just a little bit pressed differently. Oh, that's the deal right there. Okay. A little tough to paint. Again, there's not much room in between there, but no. Okay. Okay. All right. We have to return to our computer now to figure out what we need to put together next. So let me see if I can do that without looking too much like a fool. Okay. Hopefully you can see the computer. Got the tail on there. Got the thing on there. Now we're gonna do the head now. Now, interestingly enough, there's a piece of tooth that I have to connect to this first. Then we're gonna put the tongue in there, and then we're gonna put the head on there. Okay, that's what we're gonna do next. Let's see if we can find all that stuff. That'll be the next plan. Let's find it. I need to find. So we got the top. We've got the bottom over here, and then we've got his teeth. a small 2-piece tooth part. I think it's on the other one that I need. Yep, here it is, right here. I need this. Seriously? Okay, watch this fall on the ground. All right, you ready? Here we go. So something small like this, I'm going to hold on to it while I clip it because that'd be dumb not to. I'm not holding the sprue. I'm actually holding the piece that that's about to get cut off of this thing. There we go. And I can drop it on the ground. Drop it not on the ground. How about not on the ground? Now we're going to go through real quick and hand down any part of where I put it off the sprue. Like that. Pretty good. The other part's over here. It's right there. I can see it. You can barely make it out. It's right there on the edge there. And as I do this, I am actually getting stabbed by these teeth. I guess teeth do what they do, huh? I'm just kind of sanding it a little bit here and there to make sure it's good. Are we getting into the part of the stream where Barrett glues the miniature to his hand while trying to glue tiny pieces on? Yes, that is where we are. That's where we are next. I'm going to get the bottom of the mouth. We're going to glue this to my hand. That'll be awesome. That's my favorite part of this. I don't know how many times I've gone to work where I had so much glue on my hands it was out of control. All right. Well, now some people just like rip these things off, but I don't really like to do that. That one just fell off because sometimes you can actually break off part of where the model is, thinking that you're getting it off a little bit easier by just kind of twisting it off. That makes sense. Off. Go. I talked to Colin and Steve. Our goal next year when we go to Gen Con is to maybe have a better way of meeting up with people because I don't think we did a really good job of it. And we had a lot of people come and hang out, but I want more people, more games, more fun. That's what it's all about. Okay. Now this is going to sit right in there just like that. Put it in there and to my hand at the same time. That's the plan. All right. We're just going to put a little glue on this as opposed to on the bigger part of the miniature as opposed to the smaller part. We're just going to drop it right back on like we did. Down a little bit. And I did not glue it to my hand. I am fantastic. There we go. And this is just going to glue to this somehow. Interesting. There we go. If you kind of slide it around, you'll eventually, this is what you call dry fitting, I guess you could say, where I just kind of slide things around until I feel like I've got it right where it's supposed to be lined up. Then I know that's where I want it. So we'll eventually hit a point where you're like, oh yeah, that's where they want you to put it. You know what I mean? That. Oofda. See what I can do here. Your experiences in miniatures you have to assemble versus minis that come assembled. Which are better overall? Is there a difference? Great question, Dan. That's a really great question. I have seen it both ways. Assembling miniatures is definitely more, I would say, of an artist type thing because, like I said before, when I put that one piece in, you could actually paint that piece before you put it in. Right now, it's at the mercy of kind of being stuck inside that area. So it gives you a chance to paint things that you might not have a chance of painting. I even have some, for example, I've got this mini. Now, if this mini was assembled, I would have no choice on what to do with it. But I've kept it unassembled for that particular reason. Someday, in the near future, like the year 3224, I might actually paint this miniature. And I assembled this miniature, but I left his arm off. Because if you look, his arm is going to come in here with this goat. It's going to be attached to his hip. It's going to be out of control, and I'm not going to be able to get it. So this way I can paint all of this inside here, before I decide to glue this arm on. So I'll probably prime these as two separate things, if that makes sense. So it's personal preference more than anything else, I would say. Personally, I assemble all my miniatures except for very, very weird exceptions because I would rather have them drop on the table and go. As for the quality of them, I think really it depends on the manufacturer and how much they're putting into the game. I've got Wild Ascent back here. Those are assembled miniatures, and those miniatures are so detailed, it's ridiculous. So I think, I don't know if that answers your question or not. You sounded like the Count from Sesame Street. I did. That's awesome. I gotta do that more often. Just dropped in to say hi. Bierman, awesome to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Drops in to say hi. Bierman working on Crocodile. Roar. Doesn't have a head yet. Still working on the head part. Hopefully get the head on here pretty soon. That's my plan. Sticking to it. Trying to dry fitting it to make sure I got in the right spot. Any other spots that fits better? Nope, that's really the spot right there. That's what you call the sweet spot. Fine, yeah. Kind of want to get the other head piece too, just to take a look. We're going to cut this off, though I don't really need it right now. I want to make sure after I get that the head pieces are going to be about the same. Put these off. Go. No, perfect here. There you go. Cut that. More. And last one. Boom. Stand down the cut clips of these. One right here. I'm going to take a round one to this part. Okay. Right here. Clip point. Perfect. Here, sand off just a little bit of it. There we go. There's a big one. There's one back here. So yeah, I don't know if I answered your question very well, Dan, but the detail of the miniature, I think there's many that believe that you get better, it looks better when it's disassembled to be able to assemble it. You can add more to it, but honestly, I think I've seen it both ways. I'm just dry fitting this in here to make sure. Again, I don't want to, well, let's drop him on the ground and throw him all over the place. Why not? That's the best part. Let's see. I almost feel like gluing all this together first. It tells me to attach that, but I don't like that plan. But then I don't know how open to make his mouth based on the glue points. Rah! Oh, why am I so dorky? Okay, I think I had it in the right spot. Just like that. Yeah, we're just gonna glue it. It'll be good. A lot of glue on it. There we go. Just like that. Again, I do have a few seconds to kind of get it where I want it. There we go. I think right that. I think that's good. I'm kind of looking at it from all angles here. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's see what happens when I just kind of I'm just going to try fit this. Yeah, we're perfect. That should be good. Oof down. Boom. Okay. I think we'll be okay. Amazing how good that like lock tight glue works. Boom. I like plastic glue over super glue. Let's see here. Downside is it does take a touch longer to dry and fewer stuck fingers. True. Dropping them on the floor. A good test of your glue job. Yes, that'd be about it. That'd be about it. It'd be really cool if the head. Uh, oh, that'd be something you could probably do. It'd be really cool if the head were one piece and hinged so that you could open and close the mouth depending on how you want it to look on the table. That would be really cool. And actually, I could probably. Sadly, you're making me try to think of a way to do it. Like I could probably put magnets in it to make it do that if I wanted to. If I really wanted to. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Perfect. That was exactly what I wanted to have. Actually, I kind of did. Same spot I had last time, I think. Sorry, I'm taking it off screen right now to kind of take a look at where these points of articulation are. It'd be kind of neat if I could do that. No, I don't know if I. Wait, we're gonna glue this again. Not a big fan of this. Oh boy. Yeah, way better. Way, way better. Okay, totally like the way I head's better. Okay. So yeah, there we go. We got the head where we wanted it. I didn't like, if you notice when I was working on it, there was a gap there that I didn't like. But now if I try to dry fit this in here, it fits flush now, which is way, way better what I want. Flush on both sides. I like that so much better. There you go. Okay. Now there's a tongue. We gotta get the tongue. Get up with the tongue. Here it is. Tongue-o-matic. Okay. We've tongue off this. Like I said, right before I clip it, I kind of let it go for a second to see if there's a, and sometimes it falls in a better clip zone. Go. Now again, here's another point where it comes to how you want to do this. It's up to you. Like if I wanted to, I could have taken all of these things, cut them all off, primed them all, and painted certain parts of it. Like I could have painted my tongue red. So when I'm actually got this thing all together, I'm not going to try to have to jab my paintbrush in here to try to paint the red thing, right? So I could paint this red right now if I wanted to. And wow, its tongue hangs out of its mouth. That's pretty amazing. Right out of its mouth. Okay, so be a Jedi. Here we go. Some glue on it. Tongue hanging out of the mouth. All right, I got my fans football draft coming up pretty soon. I don't know if there's any football players out there, or even people that like football, but I gotta try to draft some players. See how that goes. We do an auction draft, so I never get the players I want because I never want to pay that much for them. That's out of control. I'm not getting Justin Jefferson this year, that's for sure. He's going to go for like more than half your money. Really? One guy's not worth it. But then on the flip side, you know that guy is going to probably produce every single week until he gets injured, then you got big problems. Okay. Head done, his tail, his tongue's hanging out, ready to eat me. This is going to be super cool. I can hardly wait to play this game again. Oh my gosh, I miss Kingdom Death. Okay, let's go look at what we need to assemble next. Next on Kingdom Death Assembly. See what it shows. Is that my computer? I hope that's my computer. I need to get the hands. Put them in there. Oh, and then look at this. Then I got to put more hands on there. All right. I'm going to need, looking at the pieces on my sprue right now while I'm looking at that picture. That's what I'm going to need to do. First off, we need this one. And it must be this one. Followed by a single finger. Really? Single finger. Want to talk about something gluing to my hand? Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay, let's go back and figure this all out now. Be amazing. Okay. So, first, I think it was this one. I need this one. That was this one. Yeah, has to be. Flip that off there. There, and the last one is right there. Oh. We'll take a circle file. Actually, first I'm going to try to clip it. I can kind of get from here. Get it? Got it. Still some there. I'm going to try to file it. I can probably use this now. Go. One up here. Oofda. I have a feeling I'm going to file that finger right off. But if I use the round file, I can kind of. More, there we go, and I think that's good. Let's get this side. Okay, now this I think is going to go here. Yep, it lays just like that. And that's the coolest thing about Kingdom Death miniature models sometimes. The fact that they hide so many of the different like mold lines and just glue points and everything. Ah, so good. I love the way they do something. It's like they think about this. Oh, they threw it on the ground. Awesome. Where's my nose again? Find this. Open. Okay, let's put this on. Put some on there. Enough. Much. Super good. Fits in just like that. And it's snug as a bug in a rug. All right. Now we're going to go up here and put some faces on, or some hands, fingers on here. I've got hands, fingers, knees, and toes right here. Okay, they're just fingers, not knees. There you go. I will not be doing that with the next thing I have to clip off, but that's going to be a single finger. I don't know if anybody's assembled any other Kingdom Death Monster miniatures, but if anybody ever did that Phoenix, more power to you, man. My Phoenix is already missing like half the hands that are supposed to be on. There were like 26 hands you had to glue onto it. Individual hands that were about the size of, oh my gosh, maybe the tip of this. I mean, they were like that small. It was out of control. You had to put these hands on there. Ugh. Don't know what they were thinking. All right, so this is going to fit right here. I got it right. I need to file down a little bit more. I got the wrong one. Okay. Oh! Find all this stuff. That'll be good. Yeah, okay. Ooh, so it'll be interesting to see you try to file a single finger. Yes, agreed. Thomas Clark, we'll see how we go here. Isn't there Isn't there a hand monster in Aeon Trespass Odyssey as well? Oh my gosh, Morganite, you're absolutely correct. Yes, there is, and he's super cool. I love it. He's a super cool monster. Let's glue this in here. This guy today. Nice. Oh, I found it. Nice. Let's try this dance again. Puppet, and you're the puppeteer. Please try to get it right this time. Go, hold it for a couple seconds. Like I'm moving it around so much working. I don't even know if I have it in the right spot. We're gonna hopefully it'll be good. That looks okay. A little bit more. Interestingly enough, I know there's this stuff that you can use that makes super glue dry even faster. If it wasn't drying fast enough for you, they have stuff that makes it dry faster. Out of control. If it makes you feel better, I think Alexa needed no assembly. Love it. I'll bet it doesn't. I'm excited for that. The artist for Kingdom Death definitely is obsessed with fingers and hands. True. True. Even that white lion had that hand of the white lion. Very true. All right, now I got to find the pointy finger. The pointy finger is right here. Found the finger I need. Here we go. Watch me drop this on the floor. Aha! Victory is mine. What's that? Teeth just fall off? It just came off or whatever. Now I do need to file a little bit of the hand articulation point off. The connection point. Okay. Hopefully not filing down too much of my fingernail in the same process here. Only got so many fingernails, so I guess they grow back. Good enough. All right, now I got to figure out where this goes. I think it goes right here. Really? Okay, that's where it goes. So be it, Jedi. Here we go. Turn it around. Put it down. Go, and then this finger spot. There. Oh, put the finger on. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Perfect. What is this? More fingers. Fall off. Woof. Okay, those fingers sucked. There's more to go. Super excited for more to go fingers. All right, we got the fingers done. Let's look and see where we are. I think we're doing pretty good so far. It's only 10 o'clock. I think life is going great right now. Go to the computer. Look, we got those on there. What? Oh my gosh, seriously? Oh, okay, let's see what we can do. I'm never going to figure all these out. But we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there any down here? No, 6. Is there another one? Let's see. Is there more? No, that's all the fingers there are. There are more. Oh, there. So it looks like we're going to go with those down the side. I'm just looking at my sprue while I'm talking. What's on this one? Well, this one's hooked on a 90 things. You would have laughed hysterically if you'd have watched me trying to deal with that. There's just the 2 guy there. The wrong 2? Yeah, okay. That sprue is not needed. It is this sprue that's needed. Okay, look at all these things on here. See what we can do about this. Let's start with this one. We know, oh, there's another one that was right here. Maybe this is the one. Wow. Tim, you're a funny man. Tim says this model is really giving you the fingers. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I love it. There we go. Can't believe I have to put all these fingers on. Now I gotta figure out where the fingers go. I guess on this must go. No. There's holes. Single fingers go in these holes, I'm sure of it. There's one there. Go here. Have much of a glue point. I have to look at that. Why? Why must you torture me with these? Like, come on, seriously? Oh, let's look at the picture again. Okay. First one's not those. That's bonus. All right. It's these right here. These are the ones I need. Put these out. And I always want to clip it so that my clipper is going to clip right where the thing connects. Okay, I think I did a pretty good clip job. A little bit of sanding, not much. There we go. Now where does this go? This guy's facing like this. Don't. Right there. I mean, at this point, you could probably just put it wherever you wanted to, and that's going to be the deal. Now where to go? That's the better question. It's go. That's all. Let's bang the model, Baron. That'll help you find it. Great. Now I lost it. Unbelievable. I think this is the other one, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the other one. Really? Oh, it's stuck to the model, kind of. That's awesome. Oh, okay. If anybody, by the way, just a heads up, these can be a little unnerving. Okay, he's on this side. A little bit interesting. Go right there. I don't think it's going to go here. And I'm just dry fitting it to make sure, but yeah, it's going to. Okay, good. Got it. First one done. Right there. Nailed it. First try. Glue it to my hand. Boom. That one's in. Okay. First one's done. Now, small finger. These are both small fingers. You gotta be kidding me. Is it really gonna matter which one I use? If there were ever a time to implement your slop and drop technique for painting, it's now. True. I'm gonna slop and drop this thing on the table for sure. Oh my god. I can't tell which one of these is supposed to be on there. Let's just start with this one. And for those of you that are wondering, I have the computer screen up right now looking at this. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Oh boy, that was on. Seriously, okay, I've got a new plan. New plan. I have a handy dandy drawer of tools that I'm going to use. One of the tools I have in here is tweezers. This thing like this. There we go. Now let's see. I'm going to put this thing right here. My plan. This is going to be a bad idea. I'm going to try to file this. Basically, I'm filing my finger. No, that's going to fly out of my hand. That's not going to be a good plan. We're going to glue right here. We're just going to put it in there. I'm done. We're just going to put this in here. It goes right in this little hole. Seriously. Well, we might be out of finger. You know, that's okay if he doesn't have all his fingers. You know, many people did many great things without all their fingers. I will look for that finger at another time. That was amazing. Wow, getting out the hammer. Yeah, that was what I should have brought out, huh? Okay, let's go for the other fingers now. Now I need 3 other fingers here. Start with this one right here. This one will be good. Let's try this. This will be a party right here. Where does this go? This goes wherever there is a hole here. That's the one I dropped. Supposed to go there. I really didn't think these fingers would be that tough. These fingers are brutal, man. Oh my gosh, I see where the fingers are. They go on here. Oh, what? They go onto these parts here, right here. Connects and makes this finger right here. Makes that finger. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. What goes here? We gotta make these fingers first. Okay, everyone, this might not happen. This is out of control. Here we go. There's a time I would have really enjoyed a build like this. That time has passed. I totally agree with you. They're super tiny, and they are Morganite. It's out of control. Off to bed. Good night, everyone. I think I might be too pretty soon because this is just out of control. Looking good so far, and those fingers look very annoying to attach. They are super annoying. Super annoying. I'm just going to glue this one on. Watch it fall off in a couple days. I can't believe these fingers attach like whose mold designs. No, seriously, there's not even like in our point for it to attach. Like, you know, like sometimes there's an impression and stuff for it to stick into. No, it's like a flat surface. I mean, is that good? No, that can't be right. That can't be right at all. like this. No, that has to be something that comes in. Just gonna glue it right here. Not right, but gosh, I believe this is unbelievable. Seems a tad backwards to me. The spruce is big. The sprue is bigger than some of these pieces. Yeah. Just got here. Any thoughts on given to color scheme? Haven't seen much lore, but it looks like an albino gator. That might not be bad. He's called the Crimson Alligator, or Crimson Crocodile is what he's called. So I'm not sure. Honestly, the fact that they're that oh my gosh, this is let's see here. Work. The fact that there are these tiny fingers feels like failing in the art engineering of this mini. Designing things to be usable is definitely sometimes something we think about as we design stuff. Yeah. And then there's sometimes where, oh my gosh, it'd be so awesome. There's a finger there. So, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna skip the fingers for now, and we'll come back and put those fingers on later, like long time from now, like maybe never. Yeah. Let's go find the next part of this model to do and go from there. That'll be what we do. So we're going to skip all this finger nonsense. And we're going to go over here. We're going to put that on, and then we're going to put, okay, see, these are okay. These I can do. These make sense. We can do those. Those don't make sense. Oh, I know one goes right here. So we might put that one right there. I know I can do that one. And then these go on the back. Okay, we can do that. We can do all that. That is something we can do. I'm pretty sure. Theory. Suppose my 50-year-old, almost 50-year-old hands can do. To be fair, the crocodile has plenty of hands as it is. Will he really miss one or two fingers? 100% agree, Thomas. We're going to go with that. Thomas Clark is a smart man. So we are going to go with some of the bigger ones because I can get those in like this one right here. I know I can put in. I know where it goes. It goes on the ground. Oh my gosh. Pull through. All right. Goes on the ground. I think it looks good to go. There we go. Well, I wouldn't want to miss out on my chicken fingers. So I kind of feel for the crocodile. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it again. So where there's a little thing on it right there that I know I can attach to this thing. Because I've seen it over here before. On this crocodile. Here it is. Come on. On the floor again. See, here I thought I'd come on and show everybody, yeah, we can do Kingdom Death Monster Miniature. Really good. Okay, so that one just glued in just like that. Right? Going to be just part of the mold. Okay, that one's good. Then I said we're going to do the other one. That's this part. We need to do this. We're almost done, actually. I just need to do this part here. Now, is that piece of connection? No. There we go. And after it gets assembled, we're going to paint this tomorrow, I think, or maybe the next day. See when I can find some time. Then I'll start recording Kingdom Death Monster. Super excited for that. Waiting for a while. There you go. That's done. Now it's going to go under here, right there. Attach right there. There is a base between Supposed to be a space? I would think not. Maybe there is. There's supposed to kind of have a little space in between to kind of give it like this gargly thingy. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna do it that way. Gluing it on. I look like it's supposed to have a space, but it does. Oh boy. Oh boy. There we go. Oh. No. On the ground. Ah, this is amazing. This is prime time TV right here, man. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. I mean, seriously. Am I missing something here? I feel like it fits in just like that. Doesn't look like any of it touches. It's on the ground again. This is the first model he's supposed to make. I hardly wait for the other ones. Oh my gosh. So here I thought I'd make a wonderful like how to assemble the crocodile miniature. I'm pretty much showing you how not to assemble the crocodile miniature is what I'm doing right now. Good enough. I'm happy with that being in there just like that. Okay, that's in there. Game with Geo. I'm still going through your Kingdom Death playlist and I see that you've ended the Watcher fight. Do you ever get around to fighting the Gold Smoke Knight? That is a great question. Oh my gosh, that brings back memories. It's been a while since I played that. No. When I lost, or when I fought against, no spoilers there, the Watcher, I didn't have anything left. So I kind of called it. I was like, you know what? That was it. Made it that far. But it was so epic. Oh my gosh, that was such a fun campaign. I imagine it would be easier to install the fingers with tweezers. That's how I got my Phoenix hands. Paul, you're a very smart man. I brought the tweezers out. They also did not increase my chances of getting fingers into the right spots. That was the deal. I think mostly showing me that I don't want to even try to assemble a crocodile monster mini. I'm glad that's what I'm doing for you, Matthew. Yes. Well, you know, as long as you don't try to put every finger on it, I think we're doing okay. Boo on failing tweezers. Yeah, I know. Boo, the failing tweezers failed me. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I might come back around and try to put the fingers on near the end. We'll see how this goes. Because right now I'm kind of working on. I'm gonna just. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go there maybe. Whatever. Okay. I keep looking at this miniature and keep thinking I know where fingers going. I don't know where the fingers go. All right, we're gonna keep going here. There was a few more things I need to put on. Oh boy, there's a lot more of that. Okay. Okay. Let's look at our magic picture again and figure out if I need this one or what I'm doing here. So let's see. I'm gonna need this one and this one, I believe. One goes somewhere else. This one probably goes underneath. All right. Let's grab this, do the tweezer thing. Pow. Another tweezer thing. I kind of feel like I failed here a little bit and I couldn't get the fingers on. Okay, mental note. When you're going to do an assembly video, pick something that has like two pieces that attach. Like, well, I don't know, any of the Shadows of Brimstone miniatures that aren't the heroes. They usually are pretty good. And some are even one single piece. Shadows of Brimstone. Kind of nice. All right, and this piece I'm going to stick into the back. This is that one I was before trying to stick fingers into, and I was like, wait a minute, I bet there's something bigger that goes there. Yeah, that's just going to go right there. We can do that right like this. Boom. This is going to glue in there so hard, it's going to be amazing. Boom. Done. Okay, then we need the back part. There you go. Assembling the crocodile is the first boss. That's true. Second boss is beating it. That's the deal. That'll be the deal. Steve, it is good to see you. Greetings, sir. Greetings, Steve. It is good to see you. We are assembling a crocodile. It is awesome. I'm having a blast, except for there's too many fingers. This thing has too many fingers. Too many fingers. Don't ever do that with fingers. And that's the deal. Button. There you go. I recently assembled Alexa. I failed miserably. It was rough. I had to glue her to the base. I barely made it out of life. You're hilarious. So, what you're saying, whoops, that's the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. So those are the minis I should be assembling. Is the one that only have one. See, I used to actually assemble tons of stuff. I used to assemble Warhammer like going style. I never had to put a little finger on a miniature before. That was something else, I tell you. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to get this little back part here. We're almost done. We're almost done. I'm going to clip this right here because I don't know if that's the point I'm supposed to clip off. If it is, I can always clip stuff off. I can't ever go forward, right? That's the deal. You can't put stuff back on. Well, definitely can't put on tiny fingers. Let's see here. File. Go. Greetings, Steve. Hope things are well. Oh, I am supposed to put. I was in the middle of looking at a picture. I apologize. Figure out where this stuff all goes on a miniature. Hope your D&D games are going well. Steve always has a good anecdote for something that's happened in his D&D game that sometimes blows my mind. Even what happened. It's amazing. This, in theory, goes right back here somewhere. See if I can drop this on the ground. I've been doing a pretty good job of that. Yeah, that's go right there. Okay, good. Glue right there. Pow. Like Power Wheels. Pow, pow, Power Wheels. Pow, Power Wheels. Yeah. All right. See if I can get glue now. Smother it with glue. That's what I always say. They put it on the wrong way. There you go. Okay. Now, on you. Hold it for a few seconds here so that I lose. I remember getting some of the Malifaux minis that were insane builds like this. I wasn't a fan of having to glue a bunch of tiny pieces. No, I definitely feel things should be engineered into bigger parts. Agreed. Let's see if I can make. Hope that make. I was hoping I could show more of what you said. Apologize. I gotta fix that too. Okay, that's glued on. Here we go. All right, our Crimson Crocodile's looking pretty good. Pretty excited about this thing now. A little disappointed for a little while there, but you know what? That's okay. Wants to put on more fingers, that ain't gonna happen, but I am gonna put the back part on. That I can do. Do the back part. Do the back part. And I do another little part in the front. So we're gonna put something on here. That's gonna be this part. Bonk. This part right here. There you go. Jeremy, thank you for joining. Great looking model, you say. Yes, it is a cool looking model. I'm having some issues with some of the fingers, but I think overall things are going well. Good to have you here, Jeremy. Thank you so much for joining. Oh my gosh, we're trying to get these fingers on. There's a lot of fingers on this model and they're out of control. Out of control. So we're trying to get the stuff on. Oh, it's been a treat, I'll tell you that. But I'm clipping things off, filing things down a little bit. Here's one of the fingers. These are the fingers we got to glue on there. I've given up. Put them over on the side. We'll glue them on another time. We are going to sand that down. Another point's right over here, and since it's kind of in the middle of something, I'm going to use this round file to get to it. There we go. Now we're going to dry fit it, make sure it fits where it's supposed to go. In theory is right there. Fits just fine. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to glue that in. I use the Loctite glue. It's what I use. There are many different kinds of glue, and some are dry faster, some are dry slower. This one dries fast, I think. And let's put it the right way. And right there, and try not to glue my hand to the miniature. That's always the bonus plus. There we go, that's done. There's one more. Oh, there's a piece that goes in the front. That's this part right here. These last bits of hands. Now we're done with the hands. We can go hand-alleluia. Get it instead of hallelujah, hand-alleluia? Okay, that's a bad joke. Real bad joke. Gotta work on something. Oop, put the cameras on. Good news. We're done with the sprue except for these two fingers right here, so I have to save it because I'll probably do the fingers later. Not doing them now. And who knows, I might never do them because I probably wouldn't even notice if they're on the miniature at all. I'll sand that down. Right. Very good. This go in there. Like that, yep. Okay. So now I gotta get it out to glue it. Oh boy. Maybe it's just gonna sit in there like that on its own. Actually, I think it actually is. I don't think I can get it back out. Oh, that's funny. Come on out. Ah. There we go. Oh, and it's on the ground. Well, good news. It's not going to take much glue to get this to glue in there, that's for sure. Here. There we go. And clicked in. That's not moving ever. Ever. If I drop this thing 100 times, that's the only times ever going to fall out. He says, we'll glue the individual fingers on another time. I think we all know that isn't going to happen. Shh. You know, sometimes you just got to go with what you got. And I know that I'm not going to be good at putting fingers on a model. Oh my God. I don't even know where somebody. I mean, I can tell where they're supposed to go. They're supposed to go in these little holes here, some of them. But there's no way I can get it in there. That's not going to happen. Ever. All right. Last, we got some legs. I get a kick out of legs and it shows. Here we go. Each one of these legs is 2 parts. Flip them all out. We're going to put them together. And after we get the legs on, we're going to call it a day. Now, I'm not going to be able to put on the base because I'm going to save the base. Might put the base on a little bit later. Now, this one is there. That point with this file. Like I said, I got all these files, like I think from like Amazon. Not too tough to find a nice set of files. Work just great. There we go, and I got a round one here that kind of gets in the, I don't know, not square. Pretty, that. There, that one's pretty good. Let's get his friend. Now I think this is friend, right? Make sure we're gonna line these things up. Now, oh, what? What did I do? Oh, no, that's this one, right? Why would you not put them right next to each other on the sprue? Seriously, is it this one? Oh my gosh, they're over here. It's this one. There we go, that one. Okay, out of control. I am of the opinion you should leave those individual fingers off and just preemptively say we won the crocodile, lost those fingers in the fight. Love it. Oh my gosh, that is definitely what we're gonna say. We're gonna fight a wounded crocodile every time we go into battle. He already had some finger falling problems. Maybe he molts them. He molts the fingers. That's what we're gonna go with. He molts fingers. Here's molt off. That one off. Molting fingers. File that down a little bit. Go. Now this glues onto here, right? Yep, just like that. There we go. On the pieces. Connect the piece. Boom. And then this will, of course, go into one of these areas here, presumably this one, it looks like. Go. Like that. I don't think it's going to go on this side. The good news is at least they made this part here so that there's only one place these can go in, so I can't screw this up real. That's half the battle here, right? Half the battle. Just like that. What I find interesting is that not only is Barrett doing his voluntarily, he paid money to do so. Not only is Barrett doing this, yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, I paid for the torture I'm going through right now, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. All right, let's grab the next one. Well, let's just flip this one off and see who he connects to. There. Okay, it came right out. Good work. All right, that looks pretty good. Spot done. Not sorry. Which I don't even know if I need to do because I think it's going to go inside the crocodile. There you go. Now I got to figure out which hand it connects to here. Yeah. Clip this off. If it's not, we'll just put this aside and we'll get the next one. I could have probably clipped all of these off because they're only going to fit in certain directions. Sorry, I keep putting the sprue right in your face, but that's okay. There you go. File that off. That. Good. Okay. Why does a crocodile have fingers? Does it feel the need to point at something? Maybe it wanted to snap something and it couldn't do it. Could and it was sorry. Maybe it wanted to snap something and it couldn't do it with its tail. Talk about nightmare fuel. Here you go. You can use this in your next campaign. Here we go. Nightmare crocodile. And that's not the one. Okay. Oh, maybe it's this one. Maybe I would have actually been a better chance if I actually looked at where the holes line up on my models, huh? That might have been a better chance of figuring out which one goes with what. There we go. All right, I think this might be the last time I do an assembly video. This is not a good, especially for really hoping maybe people might have got some pointers or some maybe you learned a little bit from this tonight, but I don't think anybody's learning anything tonight. Except that Barrett can't put fingers on a model. That's about all we learned tonight. And then no matter how many years of putting together Warhammer miniatures you have, putting together a Kingdom Death miniature model is a lot different. That go together? Goes together, boom. All right, let's glue it. Drop it on the floor. We're also going to see how many times Baron can say, let's drop it on the floor. There we go. That's in there just like that. Enough. And the bottom doesn't seem to be getting together all the greatest, but that's okay. Had to. Right? This one has to go. Or here. Has to go. Yeah. Okay. I could see the appeal of building miniatures in general, but those fingers are just nonsense. I'm kind of, and it's funny because I've always been in the camp that they do such a great job of, but yeah, those fingers were a little out of control. I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of the fingers. I like the concept of them, especially like running up the back here. I think it's really cool, but having to put on individual fingers was a little rough. Now I'm putting the leg on backwards. There we go. Not the legs. But really, yeah. Okay, it's supposed to. That, 2 more legs, and we are done. Feed clip now. Here's one of them. Sorry, I'm just clipping this out real quick. We'll sand them down together and call it a night. It's done. Easier for me to see a little off camera. I apologize. Hope you're okay with that. Oh, good. One thing left on that sprue is a bunch of fingers. Give the sprue the fingers when I'm going to give it. I wonder if anybody else tried to do this miniature online and had the same issues with the fingers, or am I the only one? Who knows? I should have gone looking for a video on this, and then I would know whether or not to try to put the fingers on. All right, let's see. Stand on that one. Yep. Next, this one. Here to clip. I'm done. I'm going to go watch one episode of The Witcher and go to bed. Awesome. Big fan of it. I'm on the 3rd season. For one of the newest season. I think it's the third season. More. Boom. One game I got to play at Gen Con that I actually really enjoyed was the new Legendary Matrix. It was a really good one. Myself, Colin, and Steve played it from the One Stop Co-op Shop. We played the first of the 3 missions. They have like the 3 different movies in there. It was really fun to play that one. That one I like. I like that one. That one is fun. I'm looking forward to playing more of it. Maybe I'll play it on maybe I'll do a playthrough of it. That was really fun. There you go. When you're done, I'll probably try to get caught up on your playthroughs. I'm so behind. Well, that's okay. There's been some fun ones. There has been some fun ones, that's for sure. I did. July is always one of the hardest months for me to really do playthroughs because we do a lot of stuff with the like family vacations, and just my children in general are more up in the they're not in school, so they're up usually a little bit later. And that's kind of the deal. So it's a little bit tougher for me to get a lot of playthroughs done, mainly because since they're staying up later, where I record is downstairs here in the game room. So game room becomes my kids' games rooms in the summer here. So a little bit harder for me to do. So you might not have too much to catch up on. I feel kind of bad every July that happens. Okay, this leg is done. Put in there. On the leg and put it in the bucket. Get in there, I say. That. Wait, where'd the last piece go? Oh, it's over here. Goes in here. Voila, you're done with the Crimson Crocodile minus about 8 fingers. Last one I put together is the one that I glue my fingers to. Awesome. Oh boy. There we go. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this putting the crocodile together video. I don't know how many more assembly videos I'll do. I don't know what good they are for people. I don't know if you learned anything or not. I don't know if this was something that helped people, but here's the Crimson Crocodile. He looks really cool. I'm pretty excited to fight this guy. I think it'll be really neat. I think he looks really cool. I like how he looks like he's waddling up to you. Waddle, 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 waddle. Get the tongue hanging out and all that. I think that's really neat. Now, of course, we got some holes here where fingers are supposed to go, but we'll deal with that at a time. I might even try to do it off camera here, but I'm not going to try to put all these fingers on that. We already saw how much fun that was. I'll try to do that off camera. That's not a fun thing. So there you go. Crimson Crocodile is complete. I hope people enjoyed the build. Like I said, going forward, I don't know how many. If you got anything out of that, please let me know. Maybe I'll do some more, but I don't know how many build episodes. I like more of the painting episodes. I think that's more fun. Though it's pretty satisfying taking 2 things of plastic like this and making it into a miniature. I think that's great. How is it fighting Crocodile? We'll find out. We'll find out how it is. Matthew says good night. Thank you. Yes. Iggy, we will find out how it is fighting the crocodile. That is going to be the next playthrough I'm going to do. Is my Kingdom Death Monster playthrough. Now we're going to do I would like to try to do an entire campaign of that. We'll see if I can get it done. That'll be good. That's not a hole for a missing finger. That's where it got stabbed. Ah, good call. I like it. Have a good night, dude. Thank you, Iggy. Thank you very much. Never get to catch you live. Bad timing. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. Someday. whatever is fun for you. Thank you, Matthew. That's not a bad plan. Night, good sir. Thank you for the stream. It's been fun. I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Lance. Thank you all for coming again. Iggy, too bad I missed you. I'll be tuned in. I will. Maybe someday we'll go longer and you can jump in. Maybe someday I'll go longer. That'll be the plan. But anyway, I appreciate everybody being here tonight. We are going to be moving on. I might try to find a way to paint this today or this week. That'd be great. Or just fill those holes with green stuff. I could do that. I could fill those holes with green stuff. That is true. Rocky Dawkins, thank you and good night. Thank you so much. This Friday I have Kinfire is going to be dropping on Friday. And then, like I said, Wednesday or Thursday, I might try to do a painting episode of the Crocodile. We'll see if we get this thing painted. I got some pretty interesting ideas because I don't really know what it's supposed to look like. So I might give my own ideas and see what we can do. That'll be fun. So anyway, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. If you're excited to see the painting of the crocodile or anything else on my painting table, then I need you to meet me at the painting table. Thank you all so much for joining. I will see you all again next week. I said next week, and I meant I might be